Hey guys, welcome back to another Plan with me. This week I'm planning from May 27th to March 2nd, and I'm using this printable kit from Pink Planner Shop called Pride March. I saw quite a few shops use this artwork, but it was just easier to get a printable kit, and I really like the kit. And it came with all the extras and everything, as you can see, and I didn't even print all of it. But the one thing I am really bummed about, I saw one shop do a double box of the houses in the background, like the rainbow houses. If you've seen this artwork, maybe you know what I'm talking about. And I'm kind of sad that wasn't in this printable kit because it kind of looked like parts of Philadelphia, and this was the week of Philly Pride, so that was like my dream. But ultimately, this kit had the most of what I wanted. I just feel like it's very rare that I get everything I want in a kit because I'm choosy. But either way, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did decide to give color blocking another try. I didn't love it in my Alice in Wonderland spread, but I definitely like it much more this week. And I sort of had to be strategic with the colors I chose and the order because I only had enough orange for one day, basically, because orange was the add-on color. So that was a bummer. I would have liked to have more of the yellow and green in this kit, but then it would have messed up my rainbow. You get what I'm saying. You can see with the headers up top. As far as this week goes, I will probably forget things and backtrack multiple times because I feel like I have a lot to say about this week. I feel like a lot happened, and I was also angry. Shocker, I was angry. So I'll just get into it. The first thing I wanted to say is actually a good thing. On Monday, it was Memorial Day, so I had the day off from work, and I sort of wanted to lay and not do anything because I'm pretty sure I had a busy weekend before. Sorry, I'm flipping through. Oh yeah, I did. I did have a busy weekend. So anyway, but I sucked it up. Joe and I both really wanted to cancel on our friends, but we sucked it up. We didn't. And I'm so happy that we didn't cancel because out of all 3 events I did during the holiday weekend, this was my favorite by far. And what we did was we went to Joe's friend's mother's house. Does not sound fun, does it? But it was so much fun. His mom is so cool. I love her. We played card games and board games. And then we played bocce ball, which I had never played before. I love it. It's so much fun. And we just hung out and then ate, cookout food, burgers and stuff. It was lovely. So I'm really glad we did that. However, when I came back, someone had sideswiped my car. Luckily, they didn't get my mirror. That would have really just sent me. And fortunately, my car at this point, since moving here, has become a beater car. It has just been completely destroyed. It's so gross looking now that I barely cared that I got sideswiped. The only reason it bothers me is because it looks like, when you see a car that's all messed up and you assume that person's a bad driver. I'm not an amazing driver, but I don't hit things often. All of the shit on my car is people, trying to parallel park, sideswiping me, bumping into it. One day there was just a bowling ball shaped dent in my car door. I can only imagine someone crashed their bike into it. I have no idea. I just park my car, I come back, it's got a new issue. So that was kind of sucky, but I'm just relieved they didn't get the mirror. That would have not been great. Another thing that happened this week, I went into the office on Tuesday and the air conditioning wasn't working on our floor, which ended up being a blessing in disguise because we were able to work from home for the rest of the week, which I very much needed. I was dreading going into the office this day. So the fact that I didn't have to go in for the rest of the week was just lovely. And every morning when I checked my email, I was just fingers crossed they do not fix the AC today because I am not trying to go in. But even though I didn't have to go into the office, work still was a huge stress for me. I want to say my boss was like out for part of the week. I can't remember. I think she was. But anyway, my coworker was just like driving me crazy. And essentially, like there were multiple things at work that bothered me, but a big one was that we were supposed to give a free license to this customer, and nobody told me. So I didn't know that. And the customer was like mad that he didn't have it, but I didn't know because nobody told me. And it was just a lot of like stupid shit like that. I was like very much ready to rage quit. I didn't, but I really wanted to. So that kind of sucked. Then another thing was, this is going to sound so dramatic, and you're probably going to roll your eyes at me. I know this. I understand. But I can't help how I feel. And I schedule my hair appointments like 6 months in advance because getting a weekend appointment is next to impossible unless you schedule ahead of time. And I scheduled my hair appointment back in December for June 22nd. And I last minute realized that June 22nd, I had to go to New York to celebrate my boyfriend's niece's birthday. And I really, really wanted to skip the birthday to get my hair cut. And I know that makes me sound like such a bitch, but I really wanted to get my hair cut. I have not had a haircut since December 7th, and I just really wanted to get my hair cut, especially because I've been picking my scalp so much. I've like ripped out a ton of my hair, and I just feel like getting it styled might make me feel slightly better. And I just got so upset because I knew that she was not going to have an opening for a very long time, specifically a weekend. So that like really upset me, and I was kind of like made to feel guilty about wanting to skip the birthday party. So yeah, whatever. I'm a bad person. What can I say? I really wanted to get a haircut. So that upset me. Now I'm over it. I'm, Brad, no. He like wants to be on the planner. No. Sit. Okay. Sorry. So what the hell was I saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm over it. It's fine. No, that's a lie. I'm not completely over it, but I'm not like devastated and holding a grudge anymore. I'm going to have to get my hair cut on Tuesday, which means that I am going to have to work late to make up the time. So that sucks, but it is what it is. I don't know. I guess you have to make sacrifices in a relationship, and my sacrifice was my hair appointment. So anyway, somebody lucked out. They got my Saturday slot. And then the final thing was that it was Philly Pride, and I went with my best friend and her cousin, who we went with last year as well. And it was okay. It was fine. I was a little bored, but, it's just really like after you see the parade and you hear everybody talk, after that it's just kind of like walking around and looking at people's outfits. So it gets a little dull, and if I hadn't had anything else going on, I would have enjoyed it more, but I've just been so busy, and I am like desperate just for an entire day to just play video games and not do anything, but it was fine. I'm happy I went. It was good. I'm just very, I'm spread very thin this summer. Actually, this year, I feel like this whole year, even like the last half of 2023, I just feel like I've been very, what is that word? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. I think, oh, and this is stupid, but also on Sunday, I just really wanted Chipotle. I really, really wanted Chipotle, and I have a $25 gift card. I don't go to Chipotle anymore because they suck now. It used to be my favorite food. So I was like, fuck it. So Joe and I walked to the Chipotle that's near him. We get in, and there's an entire list of everything that they're out of because their delivery truck hadn't come. It was basically you could get like steak, brown rice, and like salsa. You know what I mean? Like everything that I ate was out of stock. So then we walked to the other Chipotle, and we had gotten there. Oh my God. If we hadn't gone to the first Chipotle and we had just straight away walked to the far one, everything would have been fine. But why would we have done that? You know, we didn't know they were going to be out of everything. So we get to the second Chipotle, and we just get there after this massive group of like women in business or something. They clearly came from a seminar. They had laminated like lanyard things. There were about 40 people, 40 of these girls in line, and they had all just gotten there. And we waited in line. We waited and waited and waited. And finally it was my turn. I start making my bowl. I get to the sour cream, and the girl's like, we just ran out of sour cream. And so I said, never mind. And we left. The whole thing was like a waste of an hour. But Chipotle is so expensive, and I don't get any meat. I get vegetarian there. And sour cream is such an important part of the flavor profile. There was no way in fucking hell I was going to pay $9 for rice and beans and no sour cream. So I just left it. It wasn't the end of the world, but at the same time it was. But anyway, those are all like, I think the big things that annoyed me this week or that were actually good, like Monday. So I'm going to just get into the day by day. So really quickly, because I'm very behind, starting with Monday, the first thing I marked was that I was so tired because if you saw my last plan with me, I had gone to a bachelorette party and got back way too late. So that's a big reason why I wanted to skip the Monday festivities, but I used an UGG munchkin for that. Then with the day off munchkin, I marked that it was Memorial Day, so I had the day off. With a Paper Shire sticker, I marked that it rained. That was another reason why we were like, maybe we should just cancel because we can't have a pool day. That was the original plan, but we ended up just changing it to games, so it was all good. And then eventually the rain did stop, and we were able to play bocce ball outside, so it was fine. With this Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, I marked that we, Joe drove all of us. It was 4 of us to his friend's mom's house. Then with these munchkins playing games, I marked that we played games. Joe cut the first watermelon of the season, which is always very exciting, and I used an emoji to mark that. With this pumpkin paper Coterra, I marked that we cooked out. With this Paper Shire bowling sticker, I marked bocce ball. I don't have bocce ball stickers, but I think I should get some because it's like my new favorite game. So if any shop has bocce ball stickers, let me know, but for now it's going to be bowling. Same diff. Then with this Why Me munchkin, I marked that my car had gotten sideswiped while I was gone. With a GP Studio House, I marked that I headed home because I had to be in office the next day. With a Paper Shire cat, I marked that I did the cat stuff. Then with these munchkins watching TV, I marked that Joe and I watched Quiet on Set. He ended up coming to my place. And then the final thing with this emoji head, I marked that I beat my phone game. And what I mean by that is I've mentioned this before, but I do swag bucks, and there are certain tiers that you have to complete within 30 days in order to get the most amount of points. And I completed all of the tiers, which is rare because these games are designed to make you like want to like purchase things in the game to like get farther, which I refuse to do. So it's kind of hard to get all of the points available without buying stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I was excited. I beat it, and I only had like 2 more days to do it. So that was cool. Moving on to Tuesday with a sticker from the kit, I marked that I woke up really sick to my stomach for some reason. I was kind of nervous that maybe the cookout, like something had gone wrong with the food. You never know when people are cooking. with another paper shower cat, I marked that Janet was so cute this morning. When my first alarm went off, she came into the covers. She sleeps next to me, but she sometimes comes under the covers if it's like cold enough, and she'll like cuddle with me when I wake up. Then with a laptop from the kit, I marked that I had to be in office. With a hot munchkin, I marked that the AC was broken on our floor. With this Carly Plans RX bottle, I marked that I had a headache. With this Sticky Perks planner flat lay, I marked that I planned. I love these, by the way. I wish I could use them more often, but I never have space. With this Sex and the City Sticky Perks TV, I marked that I watched Sex and the City. Then moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I got to work from home, which was really exciting, and I marked that with this Stick with the Plan Co sticker. With a trash can from the kit, I marked that I did the litter. With this munchkin wearing little shoes, I marked that I walked 3 miles just on my walking pad. I just wanted to get some steps in, even though I didn't walk to the office this day. With an emoji doing a voiceover, I marked that I did a voiceover. With the munchkin watching TV, I marked Sex in the City. And then the final thing with the pumpkin paper Kotera was that I got in bed early this night. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked was that my neck was absolutely fucked. I don't know what I did in my sleep, but I'm a side and stomach sleeper, so sometimes I sleep with my head at like completely to the side, and then lay on my stomach. And I think that sometimes screws up my neck, but I just can't help it. Like I just get into that position in my sleep. I used a back pain munchkin for that because I don't have a neck pain munchkin. With another laptop from the kit, I marked that I got to be remote again. With this angry work munchkin, I marked that it wasn't my fault. The whole license thing that I was explaining to you guys, because it genuinely wasn't. Nobody alerted me to the situation. With this sad munchkin, I marked that I was just in such a bad mood. Like I was so sick of talking to my coworker. My roommate was home this day, and I was showing her the messages just because I'm like, am I insane or is she a moron? And she's a moron. Then she's very nice though, so don't tell her I called her a moron. Then with this Stella Bow Sticker Co. bed, I marked that I took a nap on my break. It was partially because I was tired and partially because I was sad. So I took a sad nap. Then with these sneakers from the kit, I marked that I walked 3 miles again. With this new sticker, I've never had Fox and Cactus stickers before. I'm very excited. I actually bought a ton. I have a huge haul that maybe I'll film if I find the time. But I marked watching Sex and the City. Then with this emoji eating ice cream, I marked that I treated myself to ice cream. And by treated, I mean got it from my freezer. I didn't go out and buy ice cream. And then the final thing on Thursday with a planner from the kit was that I planned. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with this I think is clever. Maybe you don't, but I used a paper shower cat showing its little butthole. And then I cut this steaming pile from a child munchkin, taking a dump, to mark that Brad got anal secretion on my bed again. I don't get it. He needs, the second my roommate has spare money, she has to take him to the vet because I don't know what's going on with his asshole. This has happened too many times. I will just find a little puddle. Oh God, sorry, this is disgusting. I'll stop. You get what I'm saying. It's not normal. Luckily, it only got on my top blanket and not any of my white sheets or anything. But under that, I marked with this emoji head, oh my God, the smell. Because the thing is, it happened in the middle of the night. So by the time I woke up, it had sort of dried. Sorry, this is so gross. So anyway, before I put it in the washing machine, I wanted to scrub the stain out with dish soap in the sink. So I go over to the sink with my blanket, and as I am scrubbing with the dish soap, I release the scent. And I almost gagged. It was just so pungent and so nasty because it's not poop. He didn't poop on my bed. It's this liquid, this brown liquid that seeps out of his asshole once a year. Oh my God. It was awful. So that was a terrible way to start my morning. I basically doused the thing in Dawn dish soap. Luckily it was only a square inch, but that's how pungent it was. It was just the tiniest little bit of secretion, and it made my entire bathroom reek. That is how pungent it is. That can't be normal. So yeah, I scrubbed it to death and then washed it with like a gallon of laundry detergent and then put it in the dryer with like 5 dryer sheets because I was just, ugh. Anyway, that was cute. That was fun. With a laundry sticker from Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I had to do laundry now too. Not fun. And then I also have to lock the cats out of my room, which means that I can't really go in and out of my room because my comforter cover is white and I put a blanket over it to protect it. So yeah, when the blanket's not there, they're not allowed in here. With this zombie munchkin, I marked that work was just an absolute shit show this day. Everybody was just being so stupid, and I just could not wait until it was over. With an eye roll munchkin, I marked that I couldn't deal with my uncle. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I will try to be quick, but long story short, hopefully. My uncle had asked me like a month or so ago, I don't remember when exactly, if I would be willing to stay at his place for a week and watch my grandmother so that he and his boyfriend can go on a trip. And I said yes if my boss lets me work remote because I am not commuting on, I think I'd have to take like 95. And if you know anything about the Philadelphia, New Jersey area, driving on 95 at rush hour here and back, and I have to be at the office at 8, which means I would have to leave his house at like 6 a.m. to get home to then walk to the office because there's no parking at the office, and I'm not paying $30 to park in a garage every fucking day. Anyway, so I said, if my boss, sorry, this is already too long, if my boss lets me work remote, I can do that. And then I also called my mom immediately when he had asked me to be like, hey, I'm going to need you to help me because I can't survive an entire week like away from home and away from my cat and like all this shit. So anyway, she and I like worked it out that if my uncle goes on a trip, yes, we will watch my grandmother for a week. However, I told him that I couldn't do the first week of August. I couldn't do the weekend of July 20th because that's Joe's birthday. I told him I had like a wedding this day. Like I gave him all of the days I could not do. And then this day I got a text from him and he's like, are you still good to watch grandma the weekend of July 20th? And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I never, ever said I could watch her then. He also never told me he was going anywhere. He said, if I take a trip for a week, will you be able to watch grandma? And I said, yes, if I know ahead of time and it can't be these days. Not only did he not tell me, like, he didn't ask me, hey, if I book a trip this weekend, will you be able to watch grandma? He didn't say that. He booked the fucking trip and then assumed I would just put a pause on my life to go watch her. And I know I sound like, like I don't want to go watch my grandma. I don't. I go visit her. I do not want to stay in that house with sorry, this is so hard to explain without like blasting people's names. My uncle's boyfriend's special needs daughter. I don't want to be in a house with her. She freaks me out. Liability. Also, ask my mother. Why are you asking me? Ask my mother, your sister who lives closer. Anyway. So I start freaking out and I was like, hey, I can't do that weekend. Like I'm hosting a birthday party that weekend. And he was like, well, sorry, this is already so long. I'm already behind again. Sorry, I can't help it. I'm on a roll. So he was like, well, I really hope. I was like, well, first I call my mother in a panic because I'm like, what the hell? Fortunately, she's like, you know what? I'll figure it out. I can make it work. I can watch grandma. And she's like, just tell him that you can't do it and to ask me and I will talk to him. Okay, perfect, great, wonderful. So I text my uncle. I was like, hey, I can't do that week. I'm hosting a birthday party that weekend. Can you please ask my mom? And then he's like, okay, I really hope she can do it because these tickets are non-refundable. And I'm just like, how dare you fucking guilt me? You did not ask me if I was available that weekend. You just booked and assumed. I have a life. Hello. So that just really pissed me off. Obviously, my mom was able to do it, so everybody wins. It's fine. But I hate family. I just hate having a family. It's easier without one. That's a lie, but this day I felt like it. No. Obviously, my mom helped me out. I'm being dramatic, but the whole thing, like, you guys know what I mean. I digress. Moving on. After that, I did a chest workout, marked that with dumbbells from the kit. with this in my feelings munchkin, I marked that I just needed to lie down after work. I was so overstimulated after the whole thing with my uncle and my mom and my coworkers. I just hated everybody and needed to be by myself. Then Janet came in and cuddled with me, which was lovely. Used an emoji, kissing a cat to mark that. Then with this, oh shit, I forget where this pizza slice is from. My friend Alex sent it to me. So if you want to know, I'll find out. With this hangry munchkin, I marked that Joe and I went to get Little Caesars because we wanted to try the like bread bite things that, is it Dan Levy was eating on TikTok? I can't remember. Anyway, the wait at Little Caesars was an hour. We ordered online and they forgot about our order and Joe was in there waiting for an hour. We ended up getting it for free, so at least there's that. But like we waited a fucking hour for Little Caesars. Stupid. And then the final thing with this munchkin rotting away, I marked that I just got really pissed off about like everything and I just rotted the night away. I didn't do anything else. I just like stared at my phone and was angry. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked was that I had to reschedule my hair appointment. So dramatic, I know. And I used a why me munchkin. With an angry munchkin, I marked that I was just like so angry I could cry. I was just like enraged. I was not having a good few days. With this printable yoga mat, blanking on the shop as always, but I can find out if you're curious. I marked that I did a Pilates workout with this pencil from Scribble Prints Co. and a Carly Plans Targets logo. I marked that Joe took me to run all my errands. Then with this cake icon from Scribble Prints Co., I believe, I marked, or no, Caress Press. I marked that Joe and I went to Burger King to get the birthday cake. We are both obsessed with the Hershey Sundae pie. That's like one of my favorite desserts in the entire world. And they sell it at Burger King. Well, they came out with like a birthday cake version, and you could get it for free with with any purchase. So we ordered like a small fry or like a kid's fry, and we got the birthday cake. It was pretty good. The Hershey's is still better, but I did enjoy it. I would get it again. Then with an anxiety emoji, I marked that I had just been anxious all day. I was also really anxious about the plans this weekend just because I felt like I really needed to chill out and like not socialize. Then after I calmed down, Joe and I went to go meet my roommate and her cousin to get food, and we walked to a place called Kite and Key. These fries, I think, are just from the kit. Then with these bunny slippers from the kit, I marked that we walked 5 miles, which was great. I really enjoyed that. Then moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked was that I just woke up so early because we wanted to go to the Pride Parade, and the parade starts pretty early. I want to say it starts at like 10 or something. I can't remember, but I was like, if I am going to Pride again, I am seeing all the other shit. I want to be there at the beginning. So had to wake up very early. It was so hard because we also, I didn't have room to mark it, but we stayed up Saturday night trying to watch J-Lo's terrible movie to make fun of it, but it's honestly so bad we couldn't make it through. We just sort of like fast forwarded to get the gist. Terrible. So I was very tired. Then with this, I guess it's a pajama set, but whatever, it looks like clothing to me. I marked that I got ready. This is from the kit. Then with this Pride Munchkin that I have been waiting for forever to use. I think I had it last year and misplaced it because this is from a freebie, but I marked that we went to Philly Pride and some other friends met us, which was really nice. So that was cool. I do like seeing people that you don't see often. Then with this Mountain Dew Deco that I've had forever, I marked that I went to go do a liquor run just because I need alcohol in situations like that. I was like, I can't just be sober here. I need a little something. Then with this couch from leftovers from a kit, I marked that I took a nap afterwards. With this Sticky Perks Chipotle bag, I marked that both locations were out of ingredients. With this Nike sneaker from Paper Company, I marked that in total, I walked 5.5 miles this day between Pride and the Chipotle locations. Then with an old SPC icon, I marked that Joe and I watched Fallen Idols, which is that Aaron Carter, Nick Carter documentary, I think on HBO. And then the final thing for Sunday with a game controller I marked that I played Hogwarts Legacy for a little bit, and that was really nice. I don't get a lot of time to play it, so I think I maybe played for like an hour and a half or something, which was pretty good. I stayed up way too late to do so, but I needed it. So anyway, if you made it through all of that rambling and all of that, whatever the hell just came out of me, thanks. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.